Hey everybody, how's it going?
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the Hearts of Disney podcast. Thank you for joining us tonight, and it's gonna be a fun night. And we're gonna be talking about Jollywood nights, and we're also gonna be talking about Mickey's. I was gonna say Mickey's very merry. I was gonna say Mickey's not so scary
No, no,
Halloween
no,
party,
no.
but it's
Mickey's
actually
Very Merry Christmas
Mickey's
Party.
very merry Christmas party. So, but
Are
yeah,
our comments going to show up?
so so how you doing, Jess?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing swell. And we hope all
There
of
we go.
you guys are going to be doing well. We have comments set up. We are streaming from different platforms today, so sometimes the comments will show up, sometimes they won't. And if they do show up, they don't always tell us who or where they're from. So sometimes if we're trying to answer you or talk to you, you can put your name in the comment if you want, so we know who you are. Like I said, sometimes it will show us um, who it is. But if you are listening to this after the live stream or on the podcast platform, welcome and thank you for listening in. So, yeah, why don't we get started? Oh, first, before we get into that, I hope all of you are enjoying today's episode that we released on the
With
podcast.
Philo Barnhart.
Yeah, Philo Barnhart. That was a really awesome episode. We loved just having a really great conversation with a really good friend. And, after we recorded that, we just became really good friends with him. And we've talked to him quite often. And it is an episode that was just so cool because he has so many stories. He met Walt Disney many times
He
as a
worked on
kid.
some of our favorite films.
Yeah, so definitely check that episode out because it was just a really good episode. It's a long one. It's almost 2 hours long, but it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. So why don't we dive in and why don't we talk about the first party we went to in Walt Disney World, and that is Jollywood Nights. So Jollywood Nights and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party have very different vibes. It's very hard to just say this one's better than this one because you are getting two very different vibes. And if you're listening or you're watching and you've been to both of them, you know exactly what we're talking about. So Jollywood Nights is more of a
Hollywood glamour.
yeah, glitzy and glamoury kind of party. Some people dressed up quite a bit. Some people
We dressed up a little
yeah,
bit.
we dressed up a little bit, and that vlog is out. So if you want to check it out, that one is out. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party will be coming out early this coming week. So
Noelle wore a skirt
Yep.
and a nice top. I wore actually the shirt I'm wearing right now with all the gems on them.
So
You wore.
I had a Christmas button down. It wasn't Roosevelt. Roosevelt hadn't released any Christmas ones in time for me to have any for the party. So I did have a nice Christmas button up. So
And then Bryson had a nice. I think he wore Lightning McQueen.
yeah, so he's a kid, so he just kind of wore like a regular
Well, it was
like,
a Christmas shirt.
Yeah, it
but,
was
like,
Christmas, but yeah. So let's dive in. So Jess showed you the pamphlet. So when you walk in, you are going to get one of these pamphlets, and it literally has everything for you.
There we go.
Yeah. So the thing with Jollywood Nights is they have a lot of food spots, and they also have a lot of different drink spots. They have a lot of entertainment as well, and they have meet and
Here we
greets.
have a picture of a lot of the entertainment.
Yep. I know it's kind of hard to see with the glare, but they had a Jingle Bells, Jingle Bam. That was an incredible show. So why don't we talk about entertainment since we're talking about Jingle Bells, Jingle Bam? So the Jingle Bells, Jingle Bam, and you see, I'm already saying it wrong. It's Jingle Bells, Jingle Bam. That firework display is absolutely incredible. It's loud. It's upbeat.
It'll put you into the Christmas mood.
Yeah, it used to be at Hollywood Studios during the Christmas season a few years before Jollywood Nights even started, and you were able to see it during a regular night at Hollywood Studios. But since they started Jollywood Nights, you can no longer see it during a regular day. You have to go to the party to see it. So we had a real good viewing spot. It was a media event, so because it was a media event, we did have a really good viewing spot for it, and you can check out a portion of it on the vlog. But it's right over the Chinese theater, and it's wide open. So I mean, you're having fireworks, right in front of you and off to the sides. It was just an amazing firework display.
Yeah, the fireworks at the end too were the perfect ending to it.
Yeah.
I loved it. The kids loved it. I would go see it again over and over.
Yeah, it was really, really, really good. And it's a lot more upbeat than the fireworks display over at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. I'm not saying which one is better because, again, two different vibes, but
very, very different vibes.
Yeah, you got one which at Hollywood Studios during Jollywood Nights. That one's a lot more loud, a lot more upbeat. While over at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, I want to say it's more of a Christmas ambiance.
It's a Christmas party. It's
Yeah.
joyful. It's family friendly.
Yeah.
I mean, not that Jollywood Nights isn't,
Yeah.
but like it's very geared towards the family. Whereas
Yeah.
Jollywood Nights is definitely more geared towards teens and adults.
Yeah, it's I think kids would have a hard time staying excited about Jollywood Nights. And as we dive more into Jollywood Nights, we'll talk more about why we have that feeling. And we are not the only people that feel that way. There's a lot of people who feel that that it's more geared towards the older crowd. So talking more about entertainment, they also had What's This? Tim Burton's the Nightmare Before Christmas sing along. That was really cool. If you are a fan of The Nightmare Before Christmas, you're gonna like this show. Now it is a sing along. It's not they have a small show that kind of goes along with it, like people almost like a dream that they're having and they're experiencing it, and then they kind of go into song, and it was really cool. They have Jack Skellington come out. Now they use the same Jack Skellington from the fireworks from the firework display that they have over in Magic Kingdom during Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So he's very large, very large. I want to say he's at least maybe 9 feet tall. So you definitely see him up close, while when you're at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party during Halloween, he's further out, but he's like right up close. So you see how large he is, and it's really cool. Oogie Boogie comes out, and they have all the songs from the Nightmare Before Christmas. So we ended the night with that. So if you watch the vlog, that was the last show.
Really, you ended the night with
Yeah,
that.
I did.
I had to take the kids back. It was getting to be a lot. But I got to watch it, so
yeah, because Jollywood Nights goes till 12:30, so it does go late, and that's another reason why it's kind of hard to keep the kids kind of entertained that late
at night.
That late, yeah.
And if you don't plan to have a stroller, it gets even more difficult.
Yep.
I don't think we had a stroller that night, did we?
No. The kids did pretty well that night. So
yeah.
The
next entertainment we went to was the Twilight Soiree at the Tip Top Club. So we didn't entirely do this one. We had just ridden we just rode the Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
And we came out and it was right there. So we stayed and we enjoyed some of the music for a little bit, and the kids seemed to like that. We liked it. It was very nice. I definitely think it would have been even more enjoyable if we did not have the kids with us.
Yeah.
Nothing against them.
Yep.
But it's, like I said, it's very geared towards the older crowd.
Yep. So the way they have it set up is like as soon as you're walking out of Tower of Terror, it's right there. And this is supposed to be like the party.
Let's see if I can show you a picture of it.
Yeah.
This one. Oh, there we go. Right here.
Yeah. So it's right as you're walking out of the Tower of Terror, and it, like I said, it's supposed to be a party that they have at the Tip Top Club, kind of resembling the party that they were having on top of the roof, when the elevator accident happened. So they do have like a jazzy kind of band, and they're kind of like ghostly at the same time, some fog. And it's also a drink spot. They only serve drinks here. They don't serve any food or anything. So that's why you can't really keep the kids there too long, because it's just music and drinks. So, and they do have some pretty unique drinks. We didn't have any drinks, but I know a lot of people are saying they had some very unique drinks. So you just want to listen to some nice jazzy Christmas music with a a drink or two. That would probably be a good hangout for you. I know it was a real popular one, especially with people who are really dressed up as well.
And some people were really, really dressed up. We saw people in high heels, gowns, like cocktail dresses.
Yep.
And you know what? More power to you. Like, I give you props for walking around the theme park in high heels.
Yep.
I don't think I could do it.
So now if we turn the page, because we're trying to go through the entertainment, they also had a holiday fiesta over in the animation courtyard. We stayed there for a little bit. It's like a Latin dance party. So very lively, upbeat music, a lot of lights.
They played a lot of Encanto.
Yeah.
They played some Coco.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. It was, like I said, very upbeat. So it makes you kind of want to get up and dance. And now we didn't understand the music. It
was still fun to dance.
It was still fun to dance to. We understand it because it was in Spanish, and not all the songs were in Spanish, but most of them were, because it is a Latin dance party. So it was a lot of fun. And then the next thing, if we have the entertainment in front of us here,
Echo Lake.
Yep. So we didn't. So the thing with the parties is you can't always do everything because there's just so much to do.
Well, we did the Echo Lake show, which was the ice skating show.
That's not that.
Yeah, it's a
no. That's Glisten that you're talking about. The Echo Lake celebration is not that. Echo Lake, we did not get to go to that one because we were doing a meet and greet. So,
oh, my bad. Sorry, don't listen to me.
So so that's one thing we didn't get to do, but it's just a nice little celebration. They got little different things that they have going on. A lot of meet and greets, music, different food areas in that area. The other one that we almost got to go to, I did walk by it as I was in my travels towards the end of the night, is they did have a Pixar dance party.
That looked cool, but we didn't actually get to go. Yeah,
so it is a dance party, like in the name, but you're having a dance party with a bunch of your favorite Pixar pals. So
like Edna Mode.
Yeah, they had Edna Mode. They had
Frozone.
I did see Mike Wazowski and Sully in the dance party when I walked by. And that one's a really pretty loud dance party. A lot of lights with that one, and I saw a lot of people having a lot of fun with that. So you're just having a dance party with a bunch of your Pixar pals that you like. Really good addition. I think that's a good way just to really burn off some energy, and maybe you had some food or whatever, and you just want to just dance off some of the food or whatever.
Shake off some of those calories.
Yeah, right. So that looked a lot of fun. So we didn't get to stop and do that, but I did walk by and kind of look at it for a little bit, and it was quite a bit of fun. So that was some really good entertainment. Now the next entertainment that we got to see, this was me again, because they had Jess and Becky had already taken the kids to they wanted to go on some rides, and we'll talk about the rides a little later. But the next one I had went to, this is one of my favorite ones. This one, let me tell you, you want to get in the Christmas spirit, this next one is for you. It's called Disney Holidays in Hollywood. It's hosted by Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy, and it has some of your other favorite Disney pals like Mickey and Minnie star in it. You see Tiana, you see Belle.
From the clips that I saw that you took, it looked kind of funny too.
Yeah, had some comic relief in it because you got the Muppets there. You got to have some comic relief when you got the Muppets. So the back and forth between Kermit and Miss Piggy was just hilarious. So, but let me tell you, everything is live. And when I mean that, and you're probably like, well, yeah, so isn't everything there? No, the music that you hear in the show is actually performed by an actual live band. Uh, there's also the Muppets. They're live. You know, the singing is live. Everything is completely live in this show. So it's really, really cool because what you're hearing is actually being performed at that time. Then they at the end they make it snow, and let me tell you, it snowed like a blizzard in there. When I was filming, when I was filming, I had the camera, and I literally had to have my hat over the camera because I was going to get snow all over that camera. So it was, and it's the entire like arena area that just snowed everywhere. So uh, that show was probably my favorite show of the night. I would definitely, and I know we're not really rating everything, but if I had to, I would rate that 10 out of 10. It was an awesome, awesome show. So, and they do have different showings throughout the night, just like some of the other shows. Um, so if you look at the pamphlet when you walk in, you are going to see different show times for a lot of the different entertainment. Now the fireworks is one night, one time, but a lot of the other shows it either goes throughout the night or they have certain times throughout the night that they're performing.
You know, so he mentioned the pamphlet. Let me just give you an idea of how
Oh,
thick
there's a
pamphlet
lot to
is.
this
Like,
one.
This is a very
Yeah,
thick pamphlet. Like it opens up a lot.
there is a lot to it, and it just goes to show how much they really have going on for Jollywood Nights.
I know that they had character meet and greets too, and we'll get into that a little bit. But the next thing we went to was Glisten.
That was the first thing we had went to was Glisten. Yep. No, sorry, that was like second or third.
But Glisten was really nice. I loved the music. It was right outside of the Chinese theater.
Yep.
It was very crowded.
Yes.
But it was very nice to watch,
Yeah.
and I was so impressed at how easily they were able to do
Yeah.
their routine.
Yeah. Now it was very crowded when we went because it was, I think it was the first showing of the night that we had went to. That is another show where they have different showings throughout the night.
That one showed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times.
Yeah, throughout the night. So, and I'm amazed. I have to say, I'm amazed with the talent of the ice skaters because it's not real ice. You know, it's like a plastic ice that they use.
Well, that's what I was saying. Is I'm so
And
impressed that like they
it's
were able to
not.
do it.
You know, and I was talking to a cast member the other day about it that they know someone, one of the actors that do, or I should say, one of the ice skaters that do that, and they say it's doing that plastic ice is really hard to skate on, and just seeing the talent that they had when they're actually ice skating on this plastic ice, you wouldn't know that it's that hard. Now, I don't ice skate that well. But just to see how fluently they were just skating on this plastic ice, it was incredible.
They must have had a lot of practice.
Oh yeah, by far. But you know, doing some of the jumps, and then obviously they're doing, you know, some of the dancing and holding each other up, and they do a lot of Christmas music, a lot of Disney music. So you can see a segment in that in the vlog too. They use a lot of really cool props that light up, and it was absolutely amazing. It really, really was. And that was a brand new show this year. This show, so Jollywood Nights last year was the first time they ever did Jollywood Nights. This is the second year, but this is the first year they did Glisten. They did not do Glisten last year because a lot of people were actually saying they should have had some kind of ice skating show. Why don't they have an ice skating show at this kind of party? So Disney listened and they did add in Glisten. So that was definitely a really, really good addition to it. So, so yeah, why don't we talk about some of the character meet and greets? And there's a lot of them.
So, let's start with Echo Lake. So, Echo Lake had one of my nephew's favorite character meet and greets. He wanted to meet these guys so bad, Phineas and Ferb. So, they did get to meet Phineas and Ferb, and it was great. And They loved it. If I had the picture, I'll see if I have the picture. But you can also meet Max, dressed up as Powerline.
Yep.
Bryson got to meet him. You can meet Pinocchio or Jiminy Cricket, Chip and Dale as the Rescue Rangers.
Yep.
Baloo or King Louie from Tailspin, and Santa Stitch.
Yeah. So now, if you're looking at the pamphlet, and if it says like Pinocchio or Jiminy Cricket, just so you know, that means when you go there, you're going to meet one or the other. Because sometimes they have to go on a little adventure, sometimes once in a while, and they'll kind of swap. So, that's why you might see that. Now,
yeah. So this was Phineas and Ferb. Trying to show you guys. It's kind of blurry. Sorry.
Yeah, it's in the vlog. Well, I walk by them and I kind of get a quick video of them.
This is Bryson meeting Powerline Max.
Yep.
And then we had, I think that was it for who we.
So if you go over to Commissary Lane, that's where you can meet Mickey and Minnie Mouse, and they are actually dressed up in some really cool like Jollywood Nights kind of outfits. So. Yeah, right there. That's what they're dressed up in. So very fancy, kind of dapper kind of outfits going on there. So that's the only place that you can meet them. And Jollywood Nights is over there. Now, if you go to Grand Avenue, you're going to see some friends from Mary Poppins. When the night we were there, they had Bert and a penguin.
We also had Mary Poppins.
Yeah, at one point, Mary Poppins had come out. So that's really cool. You do have a Santa Duffy, which Duffy is a very rare character in really any American Disney park, because that he's usually very prominent in the Asian parks. So to see Duffy anywhere, that that's a very rare one. But now he's in a Santa suit, so that was cool. And then also on Grand Avenue, you could see Clarice or Scrooge McDuck. So when we walked by, we saw Scrooge McDuck. So you don't really see either of those very often either.
Now, if you went to Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge, you could meet the Mandalorian. Yep. Now, we did go to meet the Mandalorian, but we were also cutting it really close to Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam.
Yep.
So we did see him, but we didn't meet with him.
Yeah, the line was taking a little too long. So we decided that we're going to have to...
The thing is, with the characters, you have to realize it's going to take a while, because they were switching out Mando probably every 5 minutes. He would go on a mission and come back, and we couldn't wait any longer, because we wanted to make sure we went to see Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam.
Yeah. Yep. And then briefly, in Toy Story, you're going to have different Toy Story pals. They had Buzz, they had Woody, they had Jesse. I think I saw Bo Peep out at one time. Soldiers. So you're going to get a variety there. Then if you go,
someone that's not listed on here that you were able to see was kind of a surprise. They brought out Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And it didn't even dawn on me until after we left, and I was like, oh my goodness, there's Doctor Strange. And then it dawned on me after we left. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't think you've been able to meet Doctor Strange at Disney World. So that was really cool.
Yeah, and he's not in the program. He's not. So and again, briefly over in Pixar Pier, between Pixar Pier, we're not in Disneyland, we're in Walt Disney World. Sorry. So Pixar Plaza and Toy Story Land, they had Donald Duck and Daisy Duck, and then they had Goofy and Pluto. Mm-hmm. So that you're going to meet them there. And then over in the animation courtyard, you're going to meet these three Caballeros over there. So
you only met Jose and Panchito.
Yeah. So you only meet two of them over there. So that was a brief rundown of the different characters that you're going to meet. The food, there's so much food. We can't go over all the food.
I will tell you
in this.
Do a highlight.
We can do a highlight of the food, but there's just so much food at Jollywood Nights. It would take a whole vlog or I should say a podcast, just to go over the food. There's just so much food to experience there, but it's so good. Well,
let's do highlights. So something we tried it's funny because we ordered something and got the opposite.
Yeah.
We had ordered. It was. Let me see if I can find the name of it.
It
It was the
holiday.
Thanksgiving.
No, it was the holiday popover.
Holiday popover.
Holiday turkey popover.
It
yeah.
was delicious. I could picture eating that for Thanksgiving and be totally happy.
Yeah.
We had actually ordered the macaroni and cheese one.
That one was called just the sides popover.
Yeah, but we didn't end up getting that one, but that's fine. I mean, I was still happy.
I was actually quite delighted that we got the Thanksgiving. I mean, keep saying Thanksgiving turkey, but we were quite delighted that we had the holiday turkey popover because that one was so good. It was really good, and at the same time that we're trying that one, we're trying the PB&J donut. She didn't like it.
Nope.
I loved it.
I'm good.
You have to love peanut butter to like this donut.
I like peanut butter. I don't love peanut butter.
Yeah.
So for me, I'll pass.
Yeah. So the way they do it, and it's pretty creative. So they have a glazed donut, they slice it in half, so it's almost like a hamburger bun kind of style.
And it's got potato chips.
Yeah. So they have a real fluffy, but a good thick layer of peanut butter, and then they put a little bit of jelly on top.
And it's creamy peanut butter.
Yeah, and they close it, and then on top of the top side of the donut, they have like a little chocolate section, and they throw salt and vinegar chips on top of that. And it sounds like, ooh, all that. Let me tell you, a lot of flavors all at one time, but in a good way. Really good combination. If you're adventurous if you have an adventurous palate and you like peanut butter, because some people just don't like peanut butter.
Our daughter hates peanut butter.
Yeah, so
she won't touch it.
Yeah, I absolutely loved it. And if you like peanut butter treats, you're going to love this. And don't let the combination scare you. Let me tell you,
scare you.
Try it. I honestly think you're gonna like that. So
we tried the Sandy Claus dark hot cocoa. It was good. No peanut butter, the better.
Hi, Becky.
Becky says the more peanut butter, the better.
Becky's absolutely right. The more peanut butter, the better.
Peanut butter. I'm good. I'll let you have that donut. But the hot cocoa was good. The whipped cream was so thick.
It was almost ice cream thick. It was very firm.
It was so thick you could not get the cocoa out.
I look like Rudolph. If you watch the vlog, I had a whole nose and mouth of the whipped cream. It was funny. So because the whipped cream is red and it's cherry flavor, so it's real thick, and that's why I said I look like Rudolph. But yeah. So, but the hot chocolate was very, very rich. Once you get to the hot chocolate, you're like, ooh, this is really, really good. Yeah.
I'm really bad at this. We have a picture of the cocoa. It was really good. It was just really thick whipped cream.
Yeah. So
we also tried a brownie that was in the shape of a Christmas tree.
Yeah. No, Mickey.
Mickey. Lied. I'm sorry.
Yep,
it was the shape of a Mickey. That was really good. There was nothing like overly special about it other than being the shape of a Mickey Mouse. It tasted like a brownie.
Yeah.
So that was nice. We also had a Gertie cookie.
Yep.
That's your basic sugar cookie.
Sugar cookie. It had a little tint of lemon flavor almost. Yeah. So but it's nothing. It's just the fact that, I think it's more of a Instagram cookie. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Some take a nice picture of that kind of thing. So we'll call it a nice Instagram cookie. That it's nothing like, oh, I have to run out and get one, unless you want a nice Instagram picture.
But as far as I think that's really all we really got to try for food. No, we also tried. What was that dish with the meat in it that we tried?
Oh, that was the poutine potato. It was like a poutine potato dish. That was really good because it had meat, gravy, and they had like the potato barrels and all on top. And they had just some kind of cheese on top too.
We got to meet We forgot to say that we got to meet Jack and Sally. Or was that
That's you're at the wrong party right now.
Okay.
Let's walk back over to Hollywood Studios, okay?
You can't blame me. Oh, we tried a gingerbread cookie from Starbucks. That was really good.
Well, she did. I was
No,
not.
you had a bite.
I was not there for that.
Yes, you did. You had a bite.
Um,
We got to. I have a picture of the kids. This is how they were all dressed up.
yeah. But as far as food is concerned, there is a lot of it, and you're getting a good combination of savory food, sweets, and then you got the drinks, whether it's alcohol or non-alcohol. I know there was a real popular. I'm trying to see if I can find it.
The Asian pea croissant was very popular with people. And that one was a waffle croissant dipped in caramel chocolate and topped with mint cream, a chocolate hat, and M&M's milk chocolate candy.
Yeah, and that is a Phineas and Ferb dessert that was really popular.
That was at Starbucks.
Yeah, so that was a really popular one. We didn't stop to get that one because we were just trying to get into the park and get settled in and everything. But that was probably, I think, the most popular one. It's another Instagram kind of thing, but also a lot of people said it tastes excellent.
I definitely would want to go back and focus more on the food.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I think we will be back, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But definitely go back for food and things like that. Now, as far as like if you want to talk like attractions and things like that, the attraction wait times were so low. Now,
even Guardian
Rise of the Resistance.
Rise of the Resistance was a very low wait time.
At the end of the night, it was like a 5-minute. Literally, this is no exaggeration. It was about a 5-minute wait at the end of the night. So we went on because we're like, look, it's at 20 minutes. By the time we had walked, from the time we saw it and we walked over, it had already dropped 5 minutes. By the time we got out of Rise of the Resistance, it was already at 5 minutes. Now, this is very, very right at the end of the night.
But you know what? I believe we went on Tower of Terror multiple times that night.
Well, we went on when we first got there, right before the party. Yeah. Now, the party hadn't even started yet. The party was probably about 20 minutes away of the start time, and Tower of Terror was already at a 15-minute wait. So we literally jumped on. By the time we got off, it was already time. It was party time. So, I mean, it was a good way to start off our night over in Jollywood Nights. Now, I'm just going through the pamphlet right now, make sure we're not forgetting anything. Normally, we have, like, when we do our shows, we have notes in front of us, but we're going after pamphlets today because this is more right from Disney.
No, I think we got everything.
But now Jess is going to show you something. Now, when you're walking out, they hand you something.
So they hand you a gift. So this year they did champagne flavored marshmallows. They are non-alcoholic. I thought they were cool looking. My one complaint about it, I think, would be there are kids going to this party. So maybe do a more friendly gift. I know it's geared more towards adults and teenagers, so understandable.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe have two options, like one for the kids and one for the adults. Like I said, I know it's not alcoholic. Noelle tried it; she was not a fan of it.
They're different. I can't say I didn't like them. I thought they were decent. So
yeah, but I mean, I think that was my only complaint.
Yeah. So in order to get that, they're handing it to you as you're walking out. So good gesture. Usually when you go to the parties, they have some kind of gift or a little souvenir that you get as you're walking out. Now, talking to end the Jollywood Nights segment, we want to go back to how we felt about it. Would we go back? Is it going to be on our list of favorite parties? Is it, overall experience? So would we go back? Absolutely. I would absolutely, in a heartbeat, go back.
I would definitely go back, but I would want to go back without the kids. And like I said, it's nothing against the kids, but I would definitely you missed that, Becky. We did talk about that.
Yes, we did. And anyone that's listening or watching, yeah, she's asking about the Nightmare Before Sing Along. Yeah, we talked about that in the entertainment a little in the beginning.
But yeah, I mean, nothing against the kids. I just think it would be a little more enjoyable for a date night.
Oh, it's a perfect date night place, and I said that in the vlog. Perfect date night thing, because you got the drinks, you got the food, you got the entertainment, you got the fireworks, you got the attractions. I mean, and just the whole what I want to say, like the environment, the ambiance of the whole entire thing was really cool. So yes, in a heartbeat. But like Jess said, I think I would definitely want to go back without the kids, because and if you plan on going and you have, let's say you have real young kids, I would definitely kind of go in with a plan, because and this is actually a very popular opinion. I've seen a lot of vlogs saying the same thing, a lot of podcasts saying the same thing. This party is more for, like, my opinion, probably 12, 13 and up, because of just the overall party. But anything younger, I think they're gonna have a hard time staying like super enthused over the party, because some kids are want to just do the rides, some are gonna want to just, they don't want to go around just getting food or just getting drinks and things like that. So I think you're going to have a better time with older kids, the older crowd. Again, I know I'm definitely not going to say it's an unpopular opinion. It's a very popular opinion right now. But yeah, overall, I would give it 2 thumbs up. Would I go back? Absolutely. And the overall experience, I'm going to give it a 10 out of a 10, because it was a lot of fun. Very different from Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, which we're about to talk about. But we love Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, and this is a good segue into Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
So here is the pamphlet you will get for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. You got the nice soldiers on the front.
Yep. Much thinner.
The back, it is much thinner.
Yeah.
This is about all you're getting.
1 page, 2-sided.
And half of that of the back is the map.
Yeah.
Let me just start off by saying I love this Christmas party.
Yes.
Love it. I would go back every year if I had the opportunity.
Yeah.
I think it puts you in such a good Christmas mood. From Main Street to snowing to the castle. It's my favorite.
Yeah. There is, when you mix Disney magic with Christmas spirit, this is what Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is. It is, I would say, is probably the best party at Walt Disney World.
Yes, absolutely. I will say I like this one much more than Jollywood Nights, but I did like Jollywood Nights. But let's dive into Magic Kingdom.
All right, let's do it.
So what was different this year was you could meet Santa at Storybook Circus. Yes, it is definitely a different vibe from Jollywood.
Yep. Definitely.
So
that's why it's hard to compare. It's hard to say one is better than the other, because two very, like Becky says here, very, very different vibes.
So at Santa's Christmas Carnival, which was at Storybook Circus, you could meet Santa. You could write a letter to Santa. You could take part in crafts and activities for the kids. Get pictures with the magical atmosphere. And you could even try a Santa belt buckle dessert and a festive pretzel. Now, I don't know why it didn't occur to us to go over there.
There was a lot going on. We were super busy. We were hoping to get to that, but there was just we had to get so much content that night that we didn't get a chance to.
I always want to in the future go back, but plan to do 2 nights.
Yes, because I feel they pack a lot more into Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. They pack more into that party than they do Jollywood Nights. There's a lot. So with Jollywood Nights, the entertainment is very spread out. You got the fireworks, and then you got food, you got drinks, and then you got um, the attractions. With Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, they pack a lot of entertainment, a lot of cookie spots. Um, um, the crowd level was pretty extreme, so it made it hard. Yeah, yeah, I would say the crowd level is very, very different. Jollywood Nights.
It was, we've been to this party in the past, and we went to the last parade, and usually that one's not as crowded, and it was very, very crowded.
Yeah, it was a very crowded night.
This was the second party.
Yes, this is yep. And Jollywood Nights had a much lower crowd than you went. For being a media night too, I was surprised. So, but yeah, as far as Santa's concerned, yeah, he decided to go over to Storybrooke Circus this year. That's where he did his meet and greet. Normally, he's in that little
he's in the gazebo.
Gazebo as you're walking into the Liberty Square area
from Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, so it's right in that little area there. So he decided to go there this year. So something different they did this year.
Now, something that you get when you walk into the Christmas party is an ornament.
Yep.
So they give you this. Oh, geez, I'm really bad at this. Sorry. There we go. It's a gingerbread ornament, and it says Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
Yeah, so it's for your tree.
And then it's got a little gem on top that says 2024.
Yep. So that's when you walk in. So you get your gift as you're walking in.
Yeah.
When it comes to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
Now, the other thing they do is you get free drinks and free
cocoa, eggnog, and
cider and cookies. Now, those are all visible with a giant inflatable candy cane stick.
Yep.
If you find one of those, that is where you get your cookie and drink.
Yep.
You can get as many as you want.
All night long.
So you could walk out two-fist in it with a cocoa. We definitely got to try different cookies. We tried a sugar cookie. You know what? Actually, I think we only had sugar cookies.
Yeah, we only did a few of the cookie spots when we were there. We didn't get to do all the cookie spots again,
but they were good.
we had to get a lot more content this time around than we did last year. So
I will say the cocoa this year was nice and toasty hot.
Yes,
which I loved because last year it was lukewarm. This year it was nice and hot, so I liked that.
Yep.
There's lots of photos you can take while you're out there.
Oh, tons. Yeah. And there's they have like some backdrops you can use, things like that. They have different treats you can buy while you're there. As far as if you want a treat, they don't have nearly as many as Jollywood Nights, because that's not the vibe that Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is all about. So they just have a few treats, a few beverages, things like that, because you're already getting unlimited cookies on unlimited like cocoa, cider, and eggnog all night long.
They're very heavy on the entertainment.
Yes.
So we saw Mickey's Most Merriest Celebration, and that one has Anna and Elsa and Olaf, and they decorate the castle for Christmas.
That's the Frozen Holiday Surprise you're talking about.
No, Mickey's Most Merriest. What's this one?
That is the stage show when Mickey and Minnie invite all kinds of Disney pals, and then we got a few glimpses of it as we were kind of walking by. Last year we saw the entire show. This year we kind of saw bits and pieces of it.
Okay, so sorry, Frozen Holiday Surprise is what I was talking about, and that's the one where Elsa decorates the castle, and they have Olaf and Sven, and it was a really good show. Yeah,
it is. That show only happens one time during the night, and it's towards the beginning. That one's at 8:15, and that's because Elsa is lighting up the castle with ice. So
and that way it's all decorated for the party.
Yeah, so that is a one-time show. So if you want to see it, make sure you're there before 8:15 to get the 8:15 shown, because there is no other show for that. Now, the other show Jess was talking about was Mickey's Most Merry Celebration. That is just like it's a stage show, a lot of music, a lot of Disney pals singing and dancing, and very different types of music. So, like if when you have Jesse and Woody out there, they're doing country music. You got the two Caballeros, they're doing more of a Latin music. So, um, tons and tons of Disney pals in that one. So a lot of fun with that one.
Minnie's wonderful Christmas time fireworks show. Loved it.
Yes.
Loved it. I
Yes.
loved the music. I loved the projections on the castle. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, this firework display is much different than Jingle Bells, Jingle Bam.
You also be careful where you stand, because we happened to be standing right near the right side of, if you're looking at the castle, we were on the right side and near one of the arches, which is where some snow happens.
Yeah.
So we were directly under the snow and we
Yeah.
were covered.
Yeah. If I can recommend any spot to watch any firework display that Magic Kingdom's happening at the castle.
Don't give away the secret.
Well, this is what they listen to the podcast for. Some of the secrets
spot.
is the partner statue. If you stand by the partner statue, that is probably the best spot you will be able to see the fireworks, because you're far enough back where you can see the entire castle, you can see the fireworks, and you're not like looking up with a sore neck. And if you get, the thing is, if you, like, some people want to get right up to the castle for the fireworks. If you get right up to the castle with the fireworks,
craning your neck.
Not only that, a lot of the fireworks are behind the castle, so you're not going to see all the fireworks that are happening. So if you stand by the partner statue, and this is any firework display that Magic Kingdom is happening, if you stand right by the partner statue, perfect location. That's why any content creators, that's the perfect filming location. That's where we usually want to film, is over by the partner statue. So, yeah, if you want a good viewing location, I would definitely recommend in that area. You're going to get the best one, because when we watched when we watched the firework display, we were towards the partner statue and off the side a little bit, and I was able to get some beautiful shots. And you're going to see that vlog early this week come up, and we got some beautiful shots of that firework display. So, yeah.
So
Definitely.
we also went to Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe, and we went to the Disney Junior Jingle Jam.
Yeah.
And the kids loved it.
Yes.
They were dancing, and they had all kinds of music playing. You got to dance with Judy Hopps.
Timon
was there. I'm trying to think. Was someone else?
No, there was Judy Hopps wasn't there. It was Doc McStuffins. Judy Hopps was over at the other.
Oh, right.
Party.
Okay.
So, but if you want a good spot to have your kids burn off some steam, that's a good place, because loud music, a lot of dancing, Disney pals dancing with your kids. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a real good spot for you to let your kids burn off some steam. So, talking dance parties, yeah,
dance party, that was fun too. We had Max, we had Goofy, we had Judy, we had what's his name?
Nick. Yep.
Nick was there. Nick, I think his name is Nick Wilde.
Yeah. So,
he was there.
Chip and Dale
were there. Stitch was there at one point.
Yep.
It was such a blast.
Let me tell you, when Max and Goofy came out together, everybody went nuts. I mean, they were dancing together and doing. It was such a great, like, nostalgic throwback when you saw Max and Goofy coming out. So much fun. It really, really was. And that's, your kids can obviously go to that one too and burn off some steam. You want to burn off a little steam, whatever. Yeah, you can definitely have a real nice time with that. And both those dance parties go throughout the night.
And it's a great way to get photos of the characters. So they'll stop dancing for a minute to take pictures with the kids. And then they'll also dance with the kids.
Yeah.
So we had Bryson, and he was dancing with Chip and Dale, and he loved it. It was great. Here you can see him dancing with Judy. He goes up to him, and it's great. So.
Yep. Yeah. So 2 really cool dance parties that you're going to have there. Definitely recommend it for really anybody. Honestly, really anybody. Now it's time to talk about our favorite piece of entertainment.
Ooh, I know.
Yep. This is by far probably
Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Time Parade.
This is probably the best part of the entire party. This is
well, this is one thing I'm going to say. I am going to prevent you from telling them the best spot to watch this parade. Directly. Best place to watch it is Main Street. That's all I'm going to say.
Don't worry, I'll still tell you.
No, don't tell them. Don't tell them. You're going to ruin it.
This parade is, I think, currently the best parade Walt Disney World has.
By far. You got the snow going, you got the music going, you got the smells of Main Street, you got the castle in the background.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Now, Jess doesn't want me to tell you the secret.
Don't tell them.
But I am going to tell you the secret.
No.
Because you hear her talk.
No.
You hear her talking about the smells of Main Street, the snow, the lighting.
God, Brian.
The snow, the smells of Main Street, the lighting. That whole atmosphere is only going to happen in one area of Walt Disney World.
And we aren't going to tell you.
Well, I already kind of said it because I said the smells of. I'm not going to tell you directly.
Thank you.
But we did say the smells of Main Street.
Well, I said Main Street. Main Street's where you want to watch it. But that is all we're telling you. We're not going to tell you exactly where we watch it because then everyone's going to run to that spot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We definitely will not tell you to wait in front of the big Christmas tree on the street.
What are you doing? No. You gave it away.
No, I said I was not going to tell them that it was in front of the big Christmas tree in front of Main Street. I didn't tell you that, though. I didn't tell you that. Nope.
I can't believe you just said that. Rude.
You didn't hear it from me.
Rude. The couch is calling your name.
But yeah, I would say really anywhere in Main Street is a really nice area because you're going to get the snow and the smells of Main Street. You're going to get the lighting. You're going to get the castle. You're going to get all of that on Main Street. If you watch that parade anywhere else in Walt Disney World, you're not getting the snow. You're not getting the atmosphere of Main Street or anything like that. You will still get some of the smells because a lot of the floats in the parade do have smells that come out of it. So like
Goofy comes out on Penelope used to ride it. She doesn't do it anymore, but there's a giant gumball machine.
Yeah.
And Goofy's riding on a bike. And you can just smell candy.
Candy, yeah. So like when on Olaf's float, you can smell Christmas trees. With Clarabelle Cows, you smell like cookies. So some of the floats will give that smell as they go by. So you'll still get some of the smells. But that is probably by far our favorite time of the party.
Now, I will say one of my favorite pieces about that parade is the soldiers.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Listen to their feet.
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds really funny, but listen to their feet. It is one of my favorite sounds. Because
they're marching and just how in sync they are. And it's just such a nostalgic kind of thing because they're toy soldiers and they're marching in sync and you're hearing the clanking of their feet. And it's one of my favorite, like Jess said, one of my favorite parts as well of that parade.
I think that the last thing we're going to address about the Christmas party was the merch. The merch was very, very nice. I loved it. I should have worn the merch I bought from the Christmas party. I'll show you a little picture. See if I can get it. There we go. Nope. Okay. This Spirit jersey. It says Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, Magic Kingdom. It's got a picture of the Emporium dressed up like a gingerbread. And then it's got Mickey, Minnie on it. very comfortable. It's very t-shirt material, but
Yep.
it's a long sleeve. It is so comfortable. I love it. It fits different than other Spirit jerseys. You can get mugs, you can get ornaments.
Yep.
I loved the merch this year.
Yeah. And both Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party and Jollywood Nights both have merch that are specific to the party that you can only get at those parties. Like if you go during a regular day, they're not going to sell.
You're not going to get that Spirit jersey during
Yeah.
a regular day.
Yeah. And also same thing with Jollywood Nights. You're not going to get Jollywood Nights merchandise during the day. That
Party
merch,
exclusive.
yes, and that's one of the perks of going to the parties. Now, one thing I do want to mention that we always mention when we talk about the parties is doesn't matter if you're going to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party or Jollywood Nights. These are both separate ticketed events. These are not included in a regular day ticket. If you want to go to these parties, you have to purchase a party ticket. Now, with Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, they have a lot more dates to choose from between November and December.
We got lucky with Jollywood Nights. We were not intending on going to Jollywood Nights because I think the first party was initially the day after we got back. And then Disney secretly, quietly dropped a new night for Jollywood Nights. And we just happened to see it by accident. We're like,
yeah,
oh, guys, let's go.
Yeah. And we think it had something to do with they were doing some of the filming for the ABC special. So I think they're trying to take some of that crowd and put them into a party if they could. But with Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, a lot more dates to choose from. I want to say it's like 20-something dates in total. And the prices range quite a bit. I think it was like 169 was the lowest, all the way up to right around $200.
I'm pretty sure the closer you get to Christmas, the more expensive they get.
Yes, they do. They definitely do. Especially like the last one is probably one of the most expensive parties that they have because it's like right before Christmas. Jollywood Nights, a lot more. They have a lot less dates to choose from because it's only like I think it's 11, 12, or 13 parties compared to 20-something that Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party has. These start at $159 and they only go up to about I think $179 a ticket. With Jollywood Nights, the ticket will get you into the park at 6:00. The party starts at 7:30. With Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, the ticket there, that party ticket lets you in at 4, and the party starts at 7. If you want to go before either of those times or before the parties, you do have to get a day ticket if you want to go to either of those parks before the party. So just keep that in mind. So we always want to reiterate that these parties are separate ticketed events. So don't think you're going to go in with a regular day ticket and go to these parties. And they only let in about 30% of park capacity into these parties. So it's not like they have tons and tons of tickets for these parties. They do sell out, and the closer they get to these parties, they definitely sell out. So you don't want to wait.
And they're worth it.
Oh, yes. Both parties, I'm going to tell you right now, are totally worth it. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party currently will probably always be our favorite party at Disney. I will say Jollywood Nights is probably in my top 3 favorite. Now, we've only done a few of the different parties.
I think if I were to rate my parties, it would be Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and then Jollywood Night.
That's how I would rate it. And we did another after hours event.
Well, that was back in.
Oh, that was during COVID times. That would definitely go quite low because they were. I was
not a fan.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was around the Christmas time, and this was in place of Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
Yeah.
I was not a fan of it. I felt like it was super rushed. You could not do everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it was also the parties were only like 3
hours. So by the time if you got stuck on a ride, forget it.
Yeah.
And I think the reason this stuck in my mind so much was now I had never ridden Splash Mountain. And this was my first time on Splash Mountain. We got stuck on Splash Mountain for a good half hour.
Yeah.
So by then, half the party was already done.
Yeah.
And I didn't get the opportunity to ride Splash Mountain as Splash Mountain again.
Yeah. Yeah. So some of the we did do a couple of the parties during COVID times, and they were very watered down, like modified parties. And I give Disney credit for doing something to give something for people to look forward to during those times. But yeah, a lot less time, a lot more expensive because they were after parties. They didn't.
Oh my gosh, it was so not worth the money.
Yeah, but these parties here are definitely
worth it.
We're talking Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party and Jollywood Nights. Totally worth it. Like we said, two very, very different vibes, and you can also, other people are saying the same thing, completely different vibes from Jollywood Night. So, you have to keep that in mind. So if you're going to go to Jollywood Nights, don't think it's going to be Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
Again, these are your two different pamphlets. Yeah. Completely different.
So, I will say, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. You're getting that very magical Christmas party, very magical, very, like I said, you're mixing Disney magic with Christmas spirit, and you're getting this incredibly magical Christmas party. Jollywood Nights, you're getting more of a
very Hollywood glamour,
glitzy and glamoury kind of party. You're still getting some of that Disney magic in it, but not as much as you'll get in Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. If you want a party for the entire family to go and have the most magical time ever, that's the one.
This is it.
That is the one. If you want the most magical family-oriented party that the entire family is going to get involved and have the most magical time ever. So we just wanted to kind of go over these parties, and because people ask about them. I've actually had quite a few people asking me, now that we've gone to both, what do we feel? And that's why we wanted to come on. We're also going to put this live podcast recording onto our podcast platform as well. So this will be coming out right before Thanksgiving, so people can come back and listen to it, or listen to it for the first time. But I have had a lot of people asking, well, which one would you recommend? And we wanted to show you guys that it's two very different vibes. So leave it up to you what you want to do.
Do both?
Yeah, if you can do both, if you
have the ability to do both, do
absolutely,
both.
Absolutely.
If you feel like you're more into tradition and magic, I would recommend this one. If you're more of, hey, I want to have a date night.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's the best way we can put it for you. So the options are obviously yours, what you guys want to do. They still have parties left for both of these parties. So definitely go to waltdisneyworld.com and it'll let you know what party days are still available and how much they're going to be. But we hope this really helped you guys out. And definitely let us know if you guys have been to them, how you liked them, or if you have any more questions that we can answer. If we're able to answer them, we'll definitely try to answer them for you. But definitely reach out and let us know what you guys think, because we loved them. We absolutely loved them, and we hope you guys will too. But thank you for joining us tonight. It was fun. I think we're going to do more of these. I kind of like this style. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think this style is really cool, so I think we're going to try to do a few more of these. So let us know what you guys think. Maybe there's something you guys want to see, like a show or something we can change to the show that we're doing or whatever. Just let us know, because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here doing the podcast or the vlogs or anything like that. So,
and we appreciate you guys supporting us.
Oh, we love you guys. We really do. You guys are like family. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So, we'd just be sitting here and, just going to Disney by ourselves, that's okay too. That's okay too. But we like bringing you guys along for the adventure too. But so for tonight's adventure, that's going to do it for tonight's adventure. We can't wait to talk to you guys on the next podcast or the next vlog. We do have some more vlogs coming out from our trip that we just had, and we got more podcasts obviously coming out. So definitely keep an eye out for those. Again, thank you for joining us tonight. It was a real fun time. Thank you for anyone who joined us tonight.
And keep an eye out for our vlog from Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
That's the next one coming out. So I am not going in order as far as the vlogs. I'll just, before we end it, I'm just going to, I'm getting the more time sensitive vlogs out first. So Jollywood Nights is already out, and the next time sensitive one is Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. The other vlogs after that are not as time sensitive, but I'll still get them out soon after Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. So, but again, thank you for joining us tonight. It was a lot of fun, and we can't wait to talk to you guys on the next podcast or the next vlog. But until then, as always, be the reason somebody says magical. Bye, guys.
Bye.